Hey everybody, my name's Rhiannon and I am in cosmetology school and I aspire to be a nail technician. Today I'm going to paint a rose with some leaves on my ring finger and thumbnail using the one stroke nail art technique. I've never actually done this before, so this is all uh, practice, and I'm going to use just regular acrylic paint that you get from Walmart or wherever. I'm using the matte acrylic paint, that way you can really see when it's totally dry, and when you put the shiny top coat over it, it will be shiny regardless. So these are um, the paintbrushes that I got also from Walmart for $5. The paint specifically, they were only 50 cents a piece, so very inexpensive and a really great way to do nail art because it's very opaque. It dries really fast. You can paint in layers, and it was just really fun way to switch it up. So I'm going to be using this liner brush for doing some of the details, and then I'll use a flat brush for the actual nail for the one stroke technique. So I've got a little dish of water handy so that I can clean off my brush or add a little bit of water to the paint if I need it to be thinner. But right now I have my flat brush and I put a little dab of red on one side and a little dab of white on the other side. And then I'm just going to brush it down so that the colors blend together slightly in the middle. I found for doing this technique, I think it probably would have been easier if the surface of my nail was just a little bit smoother. I went straight from using the 150 grit nail file into this, but I think if I would have went over it with a buffer or maybe did a layer of matte top coat, then the actual painting would have gone a little bit smoother. But you do want to have a decent amount of nail polish on the, or paint on the brush. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get a smooth petal or a smooth stroke. So that's one thing that I did find. So here I'm just doing this a few times, blending the paint to get the right amount on my brush. So I know it's kind of an awkward angle. I tried to do it to where you guys could see. So I apologize if some of it's kind of covered up, but I'm just going to start with the white towards the outside of the flower, and then the pink is more towards the center, and it kind of gives the illusion, I mean, whenever you're looking at a petal or a flower, even though the flower is really all mostly the same color, it's going to look kind of darker towards the bottom because of the highlights from the sun, making the top of it a little bit brighter, if that makes sense. So here I accidentally did it the wrong way, and as soon as I realized it, I just picked up some more paint and went over it again the right way, which is another one of the great benefits of the paint drying quickly and being able to just go over top of it. So it's an easy fix. So right now, imagine whenever you're looking at a flower, all the flowers that are on the bottom or in the back, that's what I'm painting right now. So it's kind of just a big circle, and a lot of it's going to be covered up. But instead of trying to draw little tiny pieces of the petals that you would see when you're looking at a flower, I'm just painting the entire petal, and then I'll go back in and paint on top of that to paint the flowers as it gets closer to what we're seeing. And I feel like I'm talking in riddles. It might not make any sense, but hopefully it does. So I'm just gonna paint basically kind of the swirl as I make each petal. You see I kind of go up and down, and that gives the texture. and I'll just go all around and make this circle of petals. So now I've got the background of petals, if you will, drawing, and I decided to just make a cute little rosebud on this fingernail as well. And so that's very simple. It's just one little stroke. And unfortunately you can't really see me do it, but there you see it now. And then I'll just do the exact same thing on my thumbnail. So now I'm going to go back into this flower on my ring finger, and like I said before, imagining the leaves in layers. So I'll do kind of a similar technique, but I want the colors to be a little bit lighter, and I'm going to paint slightly below where the petals already are so that you can still see pieces of those petals in the back. And this will be the next step of my flower. So right there, I'm just mixing the pink and the white together so that I can get a little bit lighter of a red, or get a dark pink, instead of having the exact same color as the back petals are, so that you can see the difference. So here, I don't know how well you can see, but I'm basically kind of closing the flower. So once you get the flowers drawn in the back, then you take your brush and you bring it over the front in kind of one swoop, and it makes it look like it's a circle. Um, I wish that I was better at explaining it, but hopefully you can see what I'm talking about. I think that the flowers turned out really cute. By the time I was done with this, I was kind of over it, so I didn't add any extra decoration or anything. Um, but I think this could be really cute. Now that I've messed with the acrylic paint, I'm excited to do some more in-depth designs like character drawing or scenery, things like that. I don't know why I picked the one stroke method as my first project, but that's kind of typical me, make everything harder than it has to be. So now I'm just mixing a little bit of yellow and blue together to make a green, and I attempt to make a leaf. I realized pretty quickly that that does not look too much like a leaf, so then I mix some more colors together to get a darker green, and then it sort of looks like a leaf. And then you'll see in a little bit, I'll get out the detail brush and I'll just end up using that for the little bitty leaves instead. Here I'm taking the little detail brush. I don't know if you can hear my cat back there meowing, but I'm taking the detail brush and I take a little bit of water with the white paint to thin it out a little bit so that I can get a little bit of a thinner line for these details. And I'm just trying to highlight the flower a little bit better so you can really see the distinction between, especially in that middle part of the rose. The lines are still a little bit thicker than I would have liked, but I definitely think that you get the idea. So I got a lot of compliments on these nails over this past couple of days. I think that I'm definitely my own worst critic. So even though I would have liked for them to look better, everyone else seemed to like them a lot. So now I'm just going to add the detail here, and then you'll see I'll also pick up some more green, and I don't know, I think I pick up black to add detail to the leaves, but it was a little bit too black, and I ended up going back over it with some more green. So you'll see that. So now I'm taking Young Nails Manicure Sheer Pink, which is a very sheer pink, but it's very pretty. I use the Natural 2 IBD Builder Gel on my nails, and although it has a very pretty natural pink color to it, it's still pretty sheer, especially when my nails are shorter like this. So you can see if like there gets anything under my nails or anything, especially with me being in cosmetology school. I get like hair color under my nails and things like that, and it's very unflattering. So this pink is perfect to add a little bit more opaqueness to the nails and just give it a nicer finish. So I'm going to do 2 coats of that, and then I'll do a final top coat of Young Nails Manicure Top. And then I will just clean that off with some rubbing alcohol and a lint-free wipe, and then put on some cuticle oil, and that's it. A very sophisticated, cute manicure. It was fun to do, and like I said, the one stroke I think definitely takes some practice by using acrylic paint in general, to do your nail art is a fantastic way to get some beautiful art, especially if you're used to painting and doing things with acrylic paint. You can still take that and use that on your nails as well. So all right, well, thanks for watching. This was fun as usual. I hope that you guys subscribe, like, leave a comment down below if there's anything that you want me to try or want to see me do. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.